Hi children, welcome back to my class. Okay, in yesterday class, what we learned? Living things and non-living things. And also we knew about natural things and man-made things. And also we know the examples of living things and also non-living things. And also we learned about the definition of living things and non-living things. Is it clear? Yes. And also you told some examples of living things and non-living things. And also yesterday we discussed about the characters of two of living things. And what are the two characters? First one is movement and second one is growth. What is meant by movement or locomotion? The another name of the movement is locomotion. Okay. And what is meant by movement or locomotion, children? Move from one place to another place. Okay, children. That is called movement or locomotion. So, what organs are participated in that locomotion we called as locomotory organs. And what are the locomotory organs? Legs and also wings. Birds are using their wings and also fins. These are also locomotory organs. Okay, children. And coming to the second character is growth. And what is meant by growth? Increasing their size and shape. Increasing their size and shape in its body we call it as a growth. All living things can grow. All living things can grow or all living things can show the character of growth. Okay, and human beings also can grow from childhood to an old age. Like that, animals also grow from small into a big animal. Like that, birds also grow from a small bird to a big bird. Okay, and like that, plants also came from seeds, and these seeds also after that they can turn into a baby plant, and after that they can turn into a big tree. So based on these examples we understood about the living things can show the character of growth. And coming to the third character, once you remind in your previous class what I told the third character, see. Third character is need food. Need food. Do you know, children, what is meant by food? What is meant by food, children? The nutrient substance. The plants or animals what we are drink or eat. What is meant by food? Nutritious substance that animals or plant to drink or eat. So that is the definition of food. What is meant by food? Nutritious substance that animals or plants to drink or eat we call as food. And why do we need food? Already in your previous classes, I told the importance of food, and also food is very essential to us. Essential to our life. Food is very essential to our life because without food we can't live. So that only we told food is essential for our life, and also food is helping in growth. Food is helping in growth and development. Food is also help in growth and development. And also this food can keeps safe from diseases. This food keeps safe from diseases. Okay, children. And also this food can help to stay alive. See how much importance of food. First of all, you have to know the importance of food. Okay, children. This food also helps to stay alive. Okay. See, this is the importance of food. What is the importance of food, children? Food is essential to our life and also it is a basic need to our human life. Not only humans, all animals also want food, and also food is helps in growth and development, and also this food can keep safe from diseases. This food keeps safe from diseases, and also this food keeps to stay alive. This is the importance of food. And coming to that, what is the definition of food? Nutritious substance that animals or plants eat or drink. So we knew about the importance of food. But where do we get this food from? We get food from plants and animals. Plants and animals. For example, if you see, every day we are eating rice. And where do we get this rice from? Rice is a paddy plant. Rice also came from paddy plant. Like that, some idli, some it is also came from urad dal, like wheat, puri. These all also came from wheat plants only. Wheat also a plant. So we get this food from mostly plants, and also fruits, and also we are eating vegetables, green leafy vegetables. These all also comes under the plants only. And coming to the what food we are getting from the animals, that is milk and meat, and also meat. This milk and meat we are getting from the animals. Who are giving milk and meat? Milk is giving cow, and meat we are get from hen and sheep. And also we are getting eggs from hens only. These products we are getting from the animals. Anyway, what we are eating the food, we are mostly getting from the plants, and some of the food we are getting from the animals. And what are that plant products? Paddy, wheat, some of the cereals, vegetables, fruits. These all also comes under the plants group. And coming to the milk, meat, eggs also belongs to the animals based food products. So, I told some of the examples. What are that? First one, human beings. Human beings, what they will eat? Children, just you think and see. Human beings means here ourselves. What we are eating? Rice, vegetables, and sometime or some special occasions we can eat some different varieties of food like chicken. So many items, not only this, so many varieties of food we are eating. Okay, and coming to the animals. These animals also will eat different types of food. First of all, before going to that, you have to know what is that? Animals are divided into domestic animals and wild animals. Animals are divided into domestic animals and wild animals. Do you know domestic animals, what they will eat? Domestic animals, they can eat grass and also some grains only. Okay children, domestic animals can eat only grass or any cereal group, some grass only. Coming to the wild animals, they can eat meat or flesh of other animals. Coming to the wild animals, they can eat meat or flesh of other animals. So, what do we have to understood about now? Animals also can eat sometime plants. Some of the animals can eat plants and some of the animals can eat flesh of other animals. And after that, based on this eating habits also, again animals are divided into 3 types. So what are that? Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Herbivores means plant eating animals we called as herbivores, and flesh eating animals we called as carnivores, and both plants and flesh eating animals we called as omnivores. Okay children, see here first you understood about this need food, and all living beings also need food for their life, because if their food is not there we can't live. So food is essential for our life, and we are getting the food from plants and animals. Some of the food items we are getting from the plants, and some of the products we are getting from the animals. And coming to the animals also can eat. Some of the animals eat only plants like cow, and some also sheep, goat. These are examples for the plant eating animals. And some of the animals like lion, tiger, they can eat flesh of other animals only. Okay, and coming to the next example is birds. Next example is birds. What they will eat, children? Birds, what they will eat? Birds will take some grains. Birds always can eat grains, and also they can some wastage of food what we are throwing outside, they can take that food only. Anyway, the birds are eating some grains. And coming to the fish, fish also can take some fish meal. Fish also can eat fish meal. It is a protein flour powder. Okay, it is a protein source food or protein flour powder. And coming to the plants, the another examples for the living things is plants. See here a funny question I will ask you. These plants can eat the rice. These plants, does they can eat any sambar or vada? No, because the plants are individual. Okay, the plants are individual. What is the meant by individual? Because they will not depend on others. They will not depend on others. They can make their own food. Make their own food. The plants can make their own food. Okay, own food means not rice or chapati or not like that. They can prepare their own food as the form of glucose. As the form of glucose. Here see, the one and only who are preparing the food are called only plants. Okay, they can only make their own food with the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Do you know, children, what is meant by photosynthesis? Here photo is here one word, and synthesis means this is another word. And what is meant by photo? Photo. Photo means sunlight. 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 And synthesis. SINTHESIS. Synthesis. What is the meaning of synthesis? Putting together. Putting together means all are working together. Okay, see, photo means sunlight and synthesis means working together or putting together. And what are the materials, children? What they are using to make their food? Do you know, children? See here, the plants only make their own food with the process of photosynthesis. Photo means sunlight and synthesis means together. Now you have to think about the what materials they are using. See, I hope you all will tell the answer for me. Come on. See, this is the picture of a plant. This is the picture of a plant. See how they can prepare their own food. See, for example, if you are pouring water, who will take that water? The roots will absorb water, means the root will take the water. So, water is one element for preparing their food. And after that, who is giving light? Come on, say sun. Okay, sun is giving some light. Sun is giving some sunlight, and this is the second one of the material. And coming to the water, sunlight, and what again they need? Humans. Okay, we are releasing CO2, carbon dioxide. We are releasing CO2 means carbon dioxide. These CO2 plants will take. That is only we called as air. This is the third element. Okay, this is the third element. And fourth element, what is that? These green color leaves. These green color leaves. So children, why the leaves are in green color? Here one chlorophyll, one green color pigment is present in these leaves. So that only all trees or all leaves are in green in color. So this is the fourth element to prepare the food by the plants. So mainly how many products, see how many materials are required to prepare the food for the plants. One is water and second one is sunlight and third one is air and fourth one is green leaves. See here. So how can it prepare its food? I will tell now. Plants can prepare their own food with the help of air, water, sunlight, in the presence of green leaves, in the presence of chlorophyll. In the presence of chlorophyll. What is the spelling of chlorophyll? CHLOROPHYLL. Chlorophyll. So these are the 1, 2 and 3. This is the 4. See, I told you 4 elements. These are the main 4 elements are required to prepare the food to the plants only. See, the plants are preparing their own food with the help of air, water, sunlight in the presence of chlorophyll. In this, if one element also absent, automatically the plants will not prepare its food and after that it can die. So that only I told the meaning of photosynthesis. Here, photo means what, children? Photo means sunlight. Photo means sunlight and synthesis. And synthesis. What is the meaning of synthesis? Putting together. Putting together. So, these all materials also required to prepare the food for the plants only. This process we called as photosynthesis. Anyway, the plants are preparing their own food with the help of photosynthesis. They will not depend on anybody. So that only we called as the plants are primary source of food. Primary source of food. Okay, children? Who is the primary source of food? Plants only primary source of food because most of food we are getting from the plants. So that only we call the plants are primary source of food. This is very important bit. And what are the elements are required? Water, air, green leaves means chlorophyll and sunlight. Here air means CO2, carbon dioxide. What we are releasing the gas. Children, I hope you all understood about the character of need food. And coming to the fourth character is breathe. Fourth character is breathe. Do you know what is meant by breathe? B-R-E-A-T-H-E, breathe. See, for example, when we are doing any yoga asanam or any pranayama, we are taking air and releasing air. That is only we called as breathing. So, taking air and releasing air is called breathing. Okay? Take in air. Take in air and releasing air. Releasing air is called breathing. Taking air and releasing air is called breathing. See here, air means two gases are present in this. One is what we are taking the air. In that oxygen is present. OXYGEN. So that we are taking which gas, children? Oxygen. Okay. Taking air and releasing air. What is this? See, for example, if you see when we are releasing that air, after it till little bit heat only because it contains CO2. It contains CO2 means carbon dioxide. CARBON, carbon, DI, oxide, DE, oxide, carbon dioxide. So, we are taking air and releasing air is called breathing. Which gas we are taking? Oxygen. And which gas we are releasing? Carbon dioxide. So, for example, see, the plants are required our releasing gas only to prepare their food. But plants are giving oxygen to us while they are preparing food. So, plants are very useful to us. See, you only observe this. It is helps in many ways to us. Now, human beings. See, the first example of living things is human beings. Human beings, how they can breathe? They have some special organs. Already I told earlier, that is with our nose only we can take fresh air and it will goes through the windpipe and after it is settled in the lungs. Okay. So totally the lungs are our breathing organs. What are the breathing organs our human beings? Lungs. Lungs are the breathing organs of human beings. And coming to the animals also. Most of the animals also have these lungs only. With its lungs only they can breathe. With their lungs only they can breathe. But some of the insects or some of the animals, they have some special organs for breathing. What are that? First one is frog. Did you see any time frog? And it has some bubbly skin. This frog, it can live in some days in water and some days on the land. And when this frog on land, okay children, it can uses its lungs. And when it is in water, for example, in rainy season, it will come out. Remaining seasons, they will in that water only. At that time, they can use its moist skin. Moist skin, that is only bubbly skin. That we called as moist skin. This frog has two breathing organs. One is lungs and another one is moist skin. Okay children, the frog is using lungs and moist skin. When it is in on land, it is using lungs, and when it is in water, it is using its moist skin only. And coming to the earthworm. Earthworm also, it can uses its moist skin only. Moist skin. And coming to the birds also using their lungs only for breathing. And coming to the fish. Fish. Now I will draw a picture of fish. See here some structures are there. So these only we called as gills. These only we called as gills. These are the breathing organs of fish. See children, very important points. Breathing organs of fish. What are the breathing organs of fish? Come on, say gills. Gills are the breathing organs of fish. And coming to the next example is plants. See children, here you see the plants have not like our body. Then how can it breathe? See, this is a leaf. It is a part of a plant. It is a leaf and it is a part of a plant. And if you observe the back side of the leaf, if you observe the back side of leaf, you can observe clearly, you can find small dots, white color dots are present in the back side of the leaves. That we are called stomata. That we called as stomata. These stomatas are located in the back side of the leaf and also it is in bean shaped. It is also in bean shaped organs. So these stomatas are breathing organs of the plants. Children, what I told to you, human beings and animals most ofly they are using their lungs to breathe, and also coming to the birds also use their lungs to breathe, and fishes are using gills for their breathing, and coming to the plants have bean shaped organs are present in the back side of the leaf. So that we are calling that stomatas are breathing organs of the plant. So, living organisms, they can use their organs for its breathing. But coming to the non-living things, they don't have any organs, so that they will not show the character of breathing. And coming to the fifth character is sensing their changes. Sensing their changes. See, sensing their changes. For example, how do we know what is going on around us? With our sense organs. With our sense organs. Children, come on, say, how many sense organs do you have? We have 5 sense organs. We have 5 sense organs. What are that? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. These are the 5 sense organs. These are the 5 sense organs. So, with these sense organs, we can know about what is going on in our surroundings. What are the uses of these sense organs, children? You are very intelligent students. Come on, say the answer. Eyes for seeing. Eyes for seeing or watching. And what is the use of ears, children? Come on, say hearing. 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 And children, come on. If your mother is cooking any food, how can you know? With your beautiful nose. So, what is the use of nose? Smelling. What is the use of nose? Smelling. And what is the use of tongue? Tasting. What is the use of tongue? Tasting. The tongue for tasting. And the skin for feeling. The skin for feeling. So, these are the sense organs and their uses. Okay. These are called sense organs and these are called senses. These are called senses. So, we may feel with these sense organs only. But the animals, they also can sense their changes, but they will not express to ourselves. But coming to the plants, does the plant have any sense organs? No. So that only they don't have any sense organs, so that only they can't express its feelings. Okay. And some of the trees can show their little bit, that is sensing their changes. What is that? An oak tree. An oak tree. Okay. This is a plant or a tree. This oak tree can sheds their leaves. Sheds their leaves in autumn season. Autumn season. Children, we have some seasons. Okay, what is that seasons? Rainy season, spring season, autumn season, winter season, summer season. Okay, like that, this oak tree, again it can blooms its leaves. Blooms its leaves in winter season. It can blooms its leaves in winter season. It can blooms its leaves in spring season. Spring season. Anyway, an oak tree can shed their leaves in autumn season and it can blooms its leaves in spring season. Only this plant or tree only can shows or sensing their changes in its surroundings. So, with our sense organs only, we can sense or we can know about what is going on around us. So, this is the character of sensing their changes in living things. But coming to that non-living things, if you beat any times to this pen or marker, it will not give reply to us because this is a non-living things. it can't shows the character of sensing their changes in its body. So totally non-living things cannot show the character of feeling.